What's the deal, world? It's your host, Justice Jackson, and you guys are listening to another episode of Plugg Talk. And if you're not listening, you must be watching. I am your host, and I am going to keep you plugged in with the streets, local artists, creatives, entrepreneurs, your mother, your brother, your cousin, whatever it may be. Let's go see what the streets got for us today.
Uh, yeah. Check 1, 2. What you gonna do, Ron? Yeah, look.
Yes, Sirski. You already know 21 questions. That's my jam. It's going to always be my jam. Every intro is the same. And until we change it, I'm just going to keep singing it. I'm going to keep putting on 21 questions. Go find out. All right, world. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you have not already, make sure you are streaming, liking, commenting, and sharing the Plugg Talk with your family, with your friends, with your coworkers, with the homie you just met at the coffee shop. Whoever it is, share it and get them plugged in on the Plugg Talk. Today, we got my friend John. John, what's the deal? How you living? How you feeling, man?
What's going on? Chilling,
Chilling.
chilling,
Where you
chilling,
at? What
chilling.
streets you got us in today? What part of the streets you gonna keep us plugged in? You on the East
Sure.
Coast,
Right
West
now,
Coast?
yeah, I'm on the East Coast right now. I'm in Atlanta, taking care of some business out
Oh,
here. Yeah.
okay. So we visiting the streets of Atlanta, round deuce. Now, are you originally from Atlanta? Or you just like you said, you just visiting or what?
Nah, I'm originally from California. I was born and raised in
Okay.
Pasadena and grew up throughout LA.
Hey, shout out to Dina. Shout out to Dina. So what you doing in Atlanta? Let's talk about this visit. It's a visit or
Just
is it
it's a
a
little bit of
visit?
both. It's a little
Oh,
bit of both. Just
we
building some
love business
networking
and
out here.
pleasure. Okay. So what you got? What you got going? We going to events. We selling our merch. We promoting what?
We doing all of that. We going to a few events just to network. In the process, pushing some merch. You can see I got something on
Big,
right now. Right now, I'm
big.
actually working
Okay.
on a
So,
storefront. So
ooh. Now is that going to be
yeah.
based in Atlanta, or are we going to bring that back home?
Or I already got something in LA, but I'm working on something out here in Atlanta too.
Okay. So let's get into what you got. Tell us about your brand. Tell us about your company. Is it a brand or is it a company? How would you describe your business?
It's both. So I have the clothing line, which you see what I have on now, and then I have a health and wellness, beauty facet of it, where I do
Mm-hmm.
body contour and body sculpting, non-invasive stuff for women that do like it's post-op care really. So women that get like BBLs and breast augmentations, I could provide the
Say
post-op
now.
care. I also
I
do
see
like a
what you
lot of
did there.
real popular work is some of my lashes. So
Okay.
yeah.
So you decided as a male counterpart, I'm going to actually get into the beauty industry. And for me personally, I enjoy when I do see male counterparts entering the beauty industry because there's something that you're seeing. And I think just that even the fact that you're also taking care of post op care in a time zone where everybody and their mama is getting BBLs, like,
Yeah.
yeah, you actually ate that. So, what was the inspiration? What made you wake up and was like, let me get into post op care and then like aligning that with body sculpting and then even further aligning it with creating your own clothing brand.
Honestly, it was just, I mean, the time that we living in, there's a living in this time, there's really no finite line. You see a lot of women that are crossing over into male led industries like trucking and stuff like that. So I
100%.
just, I saw an opportunity there for myself. And I went and I took it. And, kind of
As
just
you
been,
should.
I ran with it ever since. So it's,
As you should. That's really how it be when do you feel like for you since you're saying like you just saw an opportunity now was this like preparation meets opportunity or was this kind of just one of those things that was like kind of like maybe like a speckle of dust and then it kind of just started to form into more masses of like you generating that idea.
well, it really was like, I know a lot of females, like a lot of my family members. I was raised with a lot of women, so
Okay.
they pay like top dollar to go get the hair done, the nails done, the
Oh, it's not a
lashes
game,
done.
so you know.
So it's just
Yeah.
like I seen that. I seen that. For the things that women want, they pay. So
Oh,
outside of it being
100%.
a money play,
Mhm.
I kind of like the idea of being able to help people because my clients are male and female. So
Right.
to be able to help them to achieve whatever type of goals that they have set in their life, whether physically or aesthetically, I could help
Mm-hmm.
facilitate that.
Okay, I actually adore that because it's a different way of really promoting self love. Honestly, is what it sounds like. Like if I can help you find different ways for you to enjoy yourself when you look in the mirror, then it's like whatever that may be, you got it. So I like that you mentioned that you were like raised predominantly by women. Now, do you feel like you being raised predominantly by women and wanting to help others has also influenced you to help yourself? Like, how do you practice self care with running essentially a business that's kind of cut off into three sectors?
Um, I would have to say that, I mean, really, outside of formulating the idea of like what I wanted to do, it hasn't really
Mm-hmm.
benefited me in any particular way. I feel like uh, growing up through certain circumstances and kind of backgrounds, that's what's kind of like fueled the drive and really made
Mm,
this as like, successful as it's been. Had it been without those struggles and kind of like the BCDE in between A and Z, I wouldn't be here.
mm-hmm. Absolutely, every little detail. So you talk about like your story being your motivation. Can you give us a little insight on what is your background? We know that you're from Dina, but like we know that you're raised by women, but just give us a little, plug us in a little bit on your background. Tell us a little bit about John.
Uh, I mean, raised by a single mother, grew up under my aunt in her household. Lots of cousins. I mean, this was back when kids played outside. There was no cell phones. It was none of that. You
This
had to
was
actually
days.
go out and talk. Where
Better
at
be back
any
for them
any
street
point,
lights is on.
yeah, at any point, your parents really didn't know where the fuck you was at or how far you was from the
Hey,
house. Like thinking about my life now,
honestly,
it's just
true.
like my parents ain't had no idea where the hell I was. So
Right. Honestly, shout out to my mama, and I'm sorry, mom, but like I I think I was just sitting the other day with myself and I realized I took full fledged advantage of my mom being a single mother. Like, oh, you're at work? Well, I'm outside. And the things that I was doing outside, I don't think my mother would have even had a clue because I grew up living such a sheltered experience. So that is a good point. So when you were going through those things as being raised, sharing a household with your aunt and then your mother also being a single parent, seeing those things, you kind of say that they've already influenced you, but was anyone else generating that idea? I know you said like watching the women keep up with themselves, but was there anything like specifically where you're like, yeah, I got to figure this out so like I can be the change for my family?
I mean, really, if I'm being honest, there was a point in period in which I was out in the streets. I was hard headed. I wasn't listening, so I got kicked out, and I was homeless for probably like 6, 8 months. And I really
Oh
had to.
wow.
I was really in the trenches. Like I had to go and get it. So coming
Mm-hmm.
from that, and then like having that mindset, like I'll never be in this position again. So
Ooh, 100 boundaries.
yeah. So
Boundaries. Yeah.
from that moment on, I just, something clicked inside of me and kind of, I guess, ignited and sparked that hustle.
Yeah, facts, 100%. I think that when you really do become aware of like, oh shit, like I'm in the bottom of the bottom. I don't know how I got here and it probably doesn't matter, but now I need to figure this shit out in order to build myself up. And I think doing that really builds like character development. So speaking about that, I want to know, share with us what was your biggest failure and how did you like overcome that?
My biggest failure was, and I don't want my female audiences out there to take this the wrong way, with just having too much trust and faith in these females, man. I was
Hey,
a,
it'd be
I'm a,
like that.
I'm a, I'm a lover at heart, and a lot of the times that really distracted me from what my goals were and what I was trying to
Mm-hmm.
achieve. Just the games of the heart, and
The heart gonna want what the heart wants sometimes, even though it
yeah,
don't be making a lick of sense. I'm like, listen, Miss Mama, you gotta chill because that's making my head go crazy. You may feel good, but my mind is not there. It's not aligning with you. Right. So okay, women getting in the way, and I've been actually talking to one of my homegirls. I've been trying to refrain from saying bitches, but sometimes the women that she be picking, I'm like, yo, shorty, like this has actually got to be a joke. Because why are you even involving yourself with this type of foolery, with this type of buffoonery? So, with that being said, so we're approaching the last quarter. We're about to wrap up 2023. What are like three biggest things that you have learned within 2023 that is like going to set you up for preparation for 2024?
I would have to say, taking my not taking any losses, using those as
Mm.
learning experiences, and I would say creating a pathway to success. A lot of people have an idea, but they don't actually create the pathway. So we have the idea,
Ooh,
and then you
you
have to
talking to me.
actually write it down, physically write it down.
Mhm.
For me that work, you could type it out, and then actually create a pathway to that success.
Nice. How do you feel like that process works for you? Because you're seeing ultimately when you're manifesting and then you're taking the time to write it down, you're putting in that energy and then seeing it come to fruition. How did you know, like, oh, the key in success is for manifestation and then following through with that? Like, do you have incidents where you kind of were working and then you stop? Like, how do you maintain consistency?
I mean, this world is full of distractions. So again, having it laid out, and then I mean, doing things one thing at a time. You know, not generally trying to do everything all at once. Just do one thing a day, and then you'll start to see that big block of stone turn into a masterpiece, little by little.
Ooh, what did Franklin say on Snowfall? You watch Snowfall? Brick by brick.
Yeah,
If
I
you know,
built
you know.
this brick
If you
by
watch,
brick. Yeah,
yes, brick by brick. I felt that. Like, I genuinely, even just like when I'm setting up just to do this, like, the world sees, oh, it's a little green screen. She's this, she's that. But it's like three simple things: a microphone, a ring light, camera, and a green light. So that's four. When I tell you by the time it's time for me to get started to actually speak with you all, I genuinely be having to breathe because just that process is like, so much, but also I'm learning that, okay, fool, maybe trying to do your setup, 15 minutes before you start isn't the best thing. So really holding yourself accountable. How do you hold yourself accountable as being would you consider yourself an entrepreneur? What would you consider yourself?
a- absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
So how do
Yeah.
you hold yourself accountable as an entrepreneur? Being that you are the boss and the coworker and the everybody else.
Uh, really, honestly, just taking things one day at a time and
Mm-hmm.
accepting accountability for things that don't go my way, or aren't in
Mm.
my favor. Um,
Do you believe it's
it
divine?
um in a sense, yeah, but I believe that all things, are provided and given to me through Jesus Christ. So he's
Amen.
gonna supply me with everything that I need. He's not gonna put anything on my plate that I can't handle. People ask for
Yeah. Do you feel like, oh snap! Since we're here, y'all heard those vocals? Okay, period. We came back. We came back. Just in case, if y'all haven't already, make sure you are following, like, comment, subscribe, and share the plug talk with your people. So come on back because we was talking about Jesus Christ, and that's the devil trying to do the devil's work. Because anytime we bring up the Lord, if something gets the friction in like that, it's somebody praying on our downfall. But we denounce that energy. So go ahead and share with us about what you were just saying right
um, I just believe that everything that I need is gonna be provided through him.
now.
So I try not to be too critical of myself or allow myself to be down at all.
Yeah.
I understand that failures, if you will, I take them as lessons, chalk them up as lessons.
Yes.
They
Ain't no else.
just they help us to to pave the way to success. So I measure my
Mm-hmm.
success in the amount of times that I fail and lessons that I learn.
Ooh, come on, plugging us in. I measure my success by how many times I fail. And that's a way to keep track. Like, imagine if I'm doing something and I keep failing, like, one, I can only take the information of how I failed and then try to continuously flip the equation of, like, okay, how can I make this work? But then I think also what you said, like, how you said Jesus gives us what we need. Like sometimes I have to sit and I'm like, the things that I'm asking for are actually the things I don't need. So how did you decipher between like these are the things I need and these are the things I don't need? I think you kind of mentioned it like being a lover boy and then temptation. How do you navigate through temptation?
Uh, I mean, shit, not to be too much on a prayer to or religious to, but prayer,
Hey, we gotta speak.
prayer.
We cannot
It did
deny the Lord in
not
front of nobody.
not not actually basing things on my own understanding.
Mm,
Because if it was up to me, then I would ask and want things that I want and not necessarily what I need.
fleshly desire. All your fleshly little desires that you can think of. What I do want to do, because I don't feel like we've touched on it too much. Can you explain to us the name of your clothing brand or your business? How do we pronounce this, and what does it mean?
Okay, so this is actually LAUVE. It's French,
Leve.
LAUVE Aesthetics.
Okay.
LAUVE, it just means fierce. So
Mm,
translation, fierce aesthetics. Because the health and wellness and beauty side, I want them coming out doing, confident,
absolutely.
in themselves. So this is
And is
just
it
my
just
what I have on now is just the
uh-huh.
essentials collection.
Okay. Is it going to be, is it more like leisurely wear? Are we thinking more like athletic wear? We staying cozy? Because you know the winter is coming. So what you finna plug the people in? What kind of
Yeah.
vibe are they
So
looking
right now I'm actually working on summer and spring wear for
for?
more my women's wear, and then for men. This right now, what I have on is, like I said, mentioned, is the essentials collection. So it's unisex.
Mhm.
It goes either way. I got 5 different colorways. This right here is the signature color for my company. It's mauve.
Okay.
I also have red, blue, gray, and black.
Okay. Okay. And that's French. You speak French? Because where'd that come from?
Uh, it actually came. I was in class, and there was a young lady who was French, and
Mm.
we were all kind of building, not building, but coming up with our brand names. That was
Mm-hmm.
part of one of the assignments before we left, and I was actually just looking for different analogies and stuff that was associated with lion because I'm a Leo, and she
Mm.
she shot that out to me.
Okay,
Shout
that's
out to
dope.
her,
I
by the
like
way.
that. Yeah, I was gonna say shout out to her. Like it's little moments like that where it's like I think as I'm listening to you speak, one character trait I'm discovering is that you pay attention. Like the fact that you can say, "Oh, I was sitting in class and had a conversation," and now it's expanded to your own personal brand is that's pretty dope. I really, really, really like that. Okay, so I want to ask you as well, like being that person that says to build at
Oh
this
damn.
because I don't be. It got you? Did it get you? Because it don't be getting me no more.
Yeah.
A little bit. Okay, good. I like when it gets people. I like when it's the element of surprise. All right, for your hot seat challenge this week, we are going to play. Would you rather? Real simple, real easy, and I'm gonna ask you why you would rather, but we're gonna see. Um, it's some cool questions, and then there's some pretty sick questions, but gonna be all right. You might want to pray after. No big deal. No big deal. No judgment. Anybody who got to judge, you can suck your mouth. All right. Anyway, okay. First question: would you rather sneeze forever or always have the hiccups?
I'd rather sneeze. I hate the hiccups.
What? How do you sneeze when you drive? I be feeling like I'm gonna die. I be feeling like I genuinely
That's
need to pull over if I sneeze and drive.
that's how I feel about the hiccups. Shit. I remember one day
Oh,
I had
you're
the hiccups for
insane.
like 14 hours.
I hope he was growing. I hope that's exactly what that meant. Cause ain't no way in hell sitting can't even speak. Did you try to hold your
Nah, it
breath?
was like nah, it was like one day I was drinking too much and I ended up having the hiccups and they just ain't go away for like the better part of a
Drinking
day.
like liquor?
I, yeah, I drank the
That's
water. I held my
OG.
breath. I had somebody try to scare me. None of that shit worked.
None of the remedies. You were fucked for 14 hours. God damn. My
Yeah,
bad. My God. All right, so let's see. Next one. Okay. Would you rather get beat up by Mike Tyson or get your ear bitten off by Mike Tyson? Shout out to Mike. I love you. I know you're a changed man. I just want to use this as a reference.
he gonna have to take a piece of the air. I have something to talk about forever. I'm in health,
Hey,
wellness, and beauty, so he
you
can't touch
funny.
none of this.
That man said I'll have something to talk about forever. Why do you really be having the vision? Why do you really see it the whole way through? Because I didn't think about it like that at all. But when you put it like that, like one ass beating or have a permanent marker, and every time somebody asks me, I'm bringing it up.
Yeah, now it's more
You're
than just an
invasive.
ass
You
beater.
made it.
You can fuck around and have some mental issues after Mike hit you.
No, dead ass. Brain all types of toe up, can't even process. Okay, next one. Would you rather have a conversation with Trump or have a conversation with Biden?
Oh, I got to talk to my man Trump.
You said my man. That's your man? That's your home
Yeah, we're
dog?
gonna have to talk about business. He's a businessman, so we're gonna have to sit down and talk business so I could utilize some of them same
Okay, as
tax
long as you know.
loopholes.
As long as you know, because one thing about Trump, he is evading, and I think he might low key be invited to the barbecue. Low key, you can't come all the way in, but you can sit out double time. But yeah, you could just sit outside just because sometimes, although he's a bigot, I know one thing about it and two things for sure. Biden must have dementia because I do not see my school
He gonna
lungs
forget
forgiving
he
at
at the
all.
barbecue. He fuck around go forget. He gonna sleep at
Now
the
he gonna
barbecue.
forget. He gonna wake
He
up
gonna
and
wear
say,
my hat.
"Niggas, the fuck am I at?" On God. Okay, let's get it. We got two more. Would you rather have no toothpaste for forever or no deodorant for forever?
Oh, that's a hard one.
Yeah,
Damn,
because you
stanky
beauty.
breath
You beauty.
or stanky body. You know what? I feel like I would have to just not have deodorant. You know,
Not deodorant,
conversation
no deodorant.
conversation rules the nation. You know, so to have a fresh mouth and to be able to talk.
Converse.
You know,
John, we finna. I don't know. I don't know who we got plugged in today with y'all, but John is a smooth motherfucking criminal. This motherfucker is smooth. Like everything is just like butter. Like what? I like that one because what did you? Can you repeat that again? I need to actually write that down. Conversation rules the
conversation
nation.
rules the nation. Yeah.
Damn. This is why y'all got to communicate. Talk about your feelings. Talk about your shit because
All
that's
that.
a okay. Last one.
The only dumb conversations is the ones that's not being had.
Woo! Amen. I John, you might just be my nigga. We might just be really locked the fuck in because you've been dropping gems. Like you speak metaphorically, and I fuck with that. I really do. Last one. Would you rather, excuse me, watch a tree grow or a Negro?
Whoa, say that again. Say that again.
I'm such a cornball, and I love that for me. And I am gonna repeat it. Would you rather watch a tree grow or a Negro?
Shit, I've been watching Negroes my whole life.
You feel me? All right, cool. I said, is it gonna go over? Is we gonna get with it? I'm gonna watch a Negro all day because if I could watch a tree grow, watching a tree grow and a Negro is practically the same thing to me. It's the beauty of life. It's essence. So I'm not mad at that. Okay, period. Hot challenge. We got some gems drop. Okay, speaking of gems dropping, plug us in. What you got working? I know we got you in Atlanta. You've been having some conversations. Are there any deals that you have already kind of leveraged out? I know you're working on what you say, spring and summer already, which means you're ahead of the game. So,
Yeah, so I'm working on ironing some details out for my spring and summer
mm-hmm.
collection for my women's wear and men's wear, all luxe wear. So it's gonna be high end, ready to wear stuff. Working on a storefront out here in Atlanta, and then outside of really that facet of things, I'm having some conversations and stuff about some trucking stuff. So we kind of just
Ooh,
branching out into
that's a
different
business
things.
business. Okay, so I like
Yeah.
I like the expansion. I like that we got clothing brand. We kind of have the beauty. Are there any like maybe high list celebs that you've worked with this far while operating in your post op business,
You know, I would love to be able to
or is
divulge
that
that, but
NDA?
unfortunately,
Let me show
it's
you.
NDA. I'm
I ain't
unable to
trying to get
discuss those
nobody in
details.
trouble. I ain't trying to get
Yeah,
nobody in
yeah.
trouble. How does booking
That
work for
would
you? Like, do when you get
um
like that type of clientele, does it like push it up where it's too much and overwhelming for you, or because you're NDA, just like you kind of kept a mellow on the booking?
um they really come and go. Most of that, though, most of my high end clients, they are kind of
Mm-hmm.
word of mouth. So it's just all based on how you do business. You know, that's what it comes down
Mm-hmm.
to. You do good business,
Facts.
you honor your word. You know, people are gonna want to fuck with you. Um, on
100%.
a daily basis, shout out to my lower end clientele. They're the ones that really keep me surviving. So.
Ooh. And why is that?
Because they're more constant, they're more steady. You know, they're here touching the average person. It really is more impactful on
Mm-hmm.
my business than it is uh, dealing with
100%.
the high end clients. Yeah, so where
Mm-hmm.
you see may see somebody on the red carpet or doing a video shoot or something with my lashes or
Mm-hmm.
coming fresh out of a body contouring session. You know, they're not really where they if they
So
kind
when
of
you're
shouted me out, it really make a difference. But it doesn't happen like that always.
absolutely. No, it actually doesn't. And I think in at this day and age, we really do root for people to comment, like, support, share. And it's just like when people aren't doing that, what do you do? Does that stop you? Does it motivate you to keep going? Or are you just like, it is what it is. Like, I ain't gonna stop what I got going.
Oh yeah, nah, that can't ever stop what I got going. I got to keep it pushing. If anything,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it just makes me more hungry because you know they watching. You can see the view count. They watching.
Okay.
So
Okay.
regardless if you watching, that don't you know, and you not liking, you not
Whether you
subscribing,
actively engaging, you're
that
here.
don't mean nothing
And we see
stopping. You
you.
know, you gonna keep watching. You gonna watch me hit every rung of this ladder all the way to the top.
Come on. Like I said, I think I said it yesterday. I was like, look, I don't care if you bet with me or against me. I want all bets. That's the way that I see it. I want all
As
the
long as they
energy because
betting.
I'm going to need all that. You feel me? I'm going to need all of the strength in order for me to win. Like I said, we ain't taking no L's. We only learning. Being that you have plugged us in with so many gems, I want you to plug the people in with like maybe give us a quote or something that you kind of live by that has helped you guide just towards your success and put you in positions. What can you plug the people in with to help them be like John?
Um, man, I would have to say, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Um,
Explain
Also,
that.
women possess the power to bring down kings. So you know,
Cleopatra.
it's if you're doing anything, and it don't matter if you have your own business or if you are, you know, trying to be good at whatever you're trying to be good at. There's a lot of pressure that comes along with that, you know. So, um,
Mm-hmm.
for everyone in their own right, you know, they're under their own pressure, and you know, you just have to
I like
understand
that.
that you are the master of your own ceremony, of your own process. What
Mm.
you got going, you control
I'm
every
finna
aspect of
fall
it.
the fuck out if you keep talking to me like this. You keep pouring into me like this. It's gotta be the women you was raised by. Cause good grief. My goodness, good googly moogly. Yes, you got to be the master of your situation. I think for me, I'm about to take, I won't say it's the biggest leap of my life, but just in this phase, I'm about to quit my job. That's just the honest truth. I'm like, look, I've given it, I've gave it. It's time to wrap it up. It's time to hang it up. And there's such this fear that I have of taking the leap into the unknown, but it's also the one thing that's driving me because I'm like, all right, I got to make this move. But it's also like you said, like giving myself gentle reminders like, girl, you've already written this out, you've planned this out. Like, God has aligned you to this moment. These aren't your own egoic thoughts. Like, I'm not just being lazy where I'm like, I don't want a job. Like, I've actually put in the work. And not only that, but I'm cultivating something outside of my job. And just going through the motions where I'm like, look, if you don't value me, you got to get on. I don't care what it is, job, family, brother, sister, cousin, kids. I don't care. If you not showing me good, yummy, good loving, like my friend John has poured into me today, you could get on respectfully. So, John, what I want you to do, go ahead and plug the people in that are listening and watching. Where can we find your socials? Where can we purchase our stuff? Do we need to DM you? Can we go on Shopify, Wix? What is it?
All of the purchasing stuff is all in process right now. I'm working on all of that. So Wix, Shopify will be up soon. Right now, you can tap in with me directly on through IG, LAUVE Aesthetics, Facebook, LAUVE Aesthetics, and then we'll be happy to fulfill any orders or requests through there.
And then let me ask you, John, is Lowe's going to be at any of these like pop up shops or any of these black market fleas that are going on?
It's funny that you asked that, but I'm actually
That's
working
okay.
on a pop up shop now out here.
Yay.
My first one is gonna be in Atlanta, so uh, all of y'all
Okay.
Atlanta
So we're going on
natives,
tour.
keep an eye out.
Yes, East Coast. You heard the man. Atlanta, it's a pop up shop. Come get your LAUVE Aesthetics. Okay, so you going to go on tour with that or what? You might as
Um,
well.
you know, something to consider.
Okay. I love it. The man already has a plan. Let me shut my mouth and mind my business and just wait. Let me just go follow, like, subscribe, and comment and wait so I can keep myself plugged in with love aesthetics. Now, I'm like, I've seen the wood therapy and I've seen the suctioning. I'm on my gym tip right now. So if going, you gonna make my ass thicker, I come see you. I'm gonna get a little thicker and
We
get a
have
little bit more tone.
we yeah, we have a I have a non-invasive process therapy, vacuum
Okay.
therapy that I can use to help your glutes look more voluptuous, even your non-invasive breast
Yes. Yes.
augmentation. So for you women out
Oh,
there with the bee stings, look, I can help plump them up.
not the bee sting. Shut up. What about if I want to come down? What if I want to be little? What if I want to go down the size? Sometimes the
If
girls
you
be
want to go
back now.
down, yeah, if you want to go down, then I have therapies that will help reduce body fat, tighten
Okay.
skin.
John gonna get you right.
Uh, yeah, so it just
John
depends.
gonna
So
get you right
first and
about
foremost,
that.
we do a consultation and we figure out what your goals are and what
Oh, okay. So
ultimately
you
you
really
want,
getting
and
into it.
then we develop a plan to get you to where you want to be. So we target
Wow.
specific areas based on what you want.
Yeah. Period. Look, if y'all haven't already, make sure you book your consultation. Book your appointment now because not only are you going to get a consultation, they're actually going to take the time to develop and really actually nurture and care and love your body. And I'm not
Mhm.
mad at that. I don't think anybody else should either. I just want to say, one, most importantly, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for tapping in and keeping us plugged in with all things that are centered around. And say this, say pronounce it for me one more time because I won't fuck it up because I keep wanting to say love, but it's not love and it's not laugh.
Love,
One more time. LAUVE. LAUVE. LAUVE.
LAUVE
LAUVE.
Aesthetics.
LAUVE.
Yes.
It's bougie. I'm gonna book my appointment because something about it does just give like that girl. I'm not mad at it. Well, everybody that has been watching and listening, I want to say thank you as well for you guys that have been paying attention consistently, coming back, keeping yourself plugged in, also DMing us. If you have anybody that wants to get plugged in with the world and wants to expose and share themselves, send them our way. Okay. And again, you know, we're going to end with this like, comment, share, and subscribe to Plugg Talk. And if you haven't already, make sure you are following our Instagram, Plug Mixer. I am your host, Justice Jackson. It has been real. We'll see you in the streets, keeping you plugged in. Bye.